Hey guys, and thanks for stopping by. So today I'm gonna do something a little different. I am going to make my own soap molds, like silicone molds. So I've done this once before and I made a video on it. As you can tell by all the residue on here, I did this and I made a video, and I decided not to air that video because it was kind of a disaster. Because really, it was quite a learning process the first time. Of like, how much soap do I need to put in the water before the silicone? And it was like a goopy mess for a while before I figured it out. And then it just took a really long time. So, decided to skip that one. And then just do a remake because I didn't make everything I wanted the first time. And so now, today, I'm gonna do a redo. See if it goes a little better. If not, probably do it anyways. So, we just got water here that I poured a bunch of soap in. Hopefully enough. And now I'm gonna put my silicone in there. Pretty sure I broke my silicone gun. Handle's not working right. Like it's not going. Pretty sure something's wrong with it. I have no idea. Husband's not home to fix it. So, we're gonna make this work with just kind of forcing it. Anyways, I literally got this. It's just 100% silicone caulk that I got at Dollar Tree. Oh, yeah, this is going real well. Last time I used white instead of clear because I thought it'd be easier to see in, the water. But this was like $1.50 less. So went with it this time. Hopefully it works. I just feel like clear molds are weird. I don't know why, they're just weird to me. But anyways, you just kind of pour it in there and then find your noodles of caulk and get them all together. This is why I was saying like that with the white was easier because I could see it kind of floating in there. And this gets really messy. I get water everywhere, which is why I have like this blanket towel under here because I didn't start with one last time. I had stuff all over my poor table, and I definitely added one like halfway through. But anyways, so you just dump some soap in there. Side note that I learned from last time, don't go with cheap soap. Get Blue Dawn. I got like dollar store soap last time because I was like, oh, it'll work. Yeah, I probably dumped the whole bottle in there. Because like the videos, I had watched videos on YouTube before doing this. And the videos on YouTube, they didn't use a whole bunch. So I get this and I put a little in there and it's sticking everywhere. It's sticking to my hands, it's sticking to the container. It was a dang mess. So I just kept dumping more and more soap in there trying to get this stuff to stick. And it wasn't. And I probably had some choice words that I gave on that video, which is another reason we're not gonna air that one. Yeah, it didn't go very well. I ended up dumping like a whole bottle of soap in there by the end of it. And maybe even a little extra from like some I had under my sink just to finally get them to the right consistency. But the good news is I eventually got it to work. I made some successful molds. I've actually used them on my channel in some past videos. The bee mold I used in my peony soap was one I made. And the coffee beans in my hazelnut coffee soap was one of them that I made. So basically something about the soap helps act in putting it together and setting it up. I don't know if you want to know like the whole process behind it. YouTube some other videos besides this because I'm not going to really talk about it because I don't really know what I'm talking about and I'll probably be wrong. So but basically you just put a bunch of soap in here use good soap. Blue Dawn is working so much better this time. Squirt some caulk in there. I probably could use a little more. I'm also struggling really hard because my caulk gun is not working. I'm trying to brute force this stuff out. Not my thing. Anyways, and then you just kind of squish it around. If it starts sticking your fingers, kind of stick it back in. You go, go, go. Mushing it until it gets like this nice, this is still soft, like setup. And it takes a while of working it. And you can put a little soap on your hands if it's sticking to your hands. Something about that keeps it, I don't know, something about the soap keeps it from sticking. And then works it into itself and helps it stick. Oh no. Like I said, look elsewhere for that information. I know I watched a couple videos and they explained it. I watched those videos a long time ago and I'm not gonna try and recall what they said. Because I don't feel like being wrong. Anyways, you just keep working it and working it, working it, and eventually it gets to this spot that you can put your pieces in and let it set up. So I did some Fruit Loops last time, I did some jelly beans, I did popcorn. Nervous about how that one turned out. Popcorn was tricky to do, but I didn't really feel like paying the price I could find on like the only popcorn mold that is on the market. It is not cheap, so I'm hoping it worked out. If not, I'm gonna have to attempt it again because this is actually a really cheap method. Like I said, I ended up finding Blue Dawn at the dollar store, so it worked. This is from Dollar General. I think I spent $3 total on this maybe, and yeah, I'm gonna get a good amount of molds out of it. So today I'm doing, I keep wanting to say walnuts. It is not walnuts, it's pecans. Some Cookie Crisp cereal, banana slices, raspberries, strawberries, mini marshmallows. I think that's it. I wanted to do cinnamon sticks until I looked in my cabinet and realized I don't have any, because, you know, obviously prepared really well for this. So those will probably, I'll have my husband probably stop on his way home from work tonight and grab some, and I'll just have to do those separately tonight. And yeah, I think that's probably about all I'm gonna do. So you can see it's starting to be less clear. We're getting there. It's a really long process. I'm gonna probably show you through this first one, and the rest of it I'm gonna speed up because I'm not gonna make you sit through this real time because it's not like a fast process. Also, a lot of my stuff, like the banana slices and raspberries and things, I popped in the freezer so that they're not so squishy and mushy when I'm trying to mold them. So I'll be having to get up and walk over and grab each individual item a lot. So yeah, it's gonna be a process. So I will probably just time lapse the rest of this for you so that you can see it without having to deal with sitting through the unbearably long time that this tends to take. I'll probably post a picture of my finished molds from last time because, like I said, once I figured it out, it worked really well and I got some nice molds out of it and I was really happy. Like I said, I did Fruit Loops and for the life of me can't remember what else. The minute I need to know something, my brain quits on me. Pregnancy does not help that. Pregnancy brain is real and it's a struggle at best. Like I said, bees, coffee beans, Fruit Loops, jelly beans, popcorn. Yeah, whatever. I'll find a picture. Instead of me struggling, like listening to me struggle, I'm trying to figure out what in the world I did. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Honestly, I did not put enough silicone in there, but this one will just be a really tiny one. I think I'm gonna do the pecans and then I'll just make another really tiny one for more pecans later because this is gonna fit maybe 2 and I definitely want more than 2 to make my process a little bit faster. I'm making these in bits, So this is just, I decided to look this up because the whole popcorn mold situation, I was not okay with paying as much as was wanted for a popcorn mold. Oh, jeez. But I wanted a popcorn mold because, okay, well, I'm probably not ready. Maybe I'll just time lapse this for a little bit now. I'll bring it back when I mold it, probably. Maybe I'll just time lapse from here on out. You don't really need to like real time watch me mold it. Right? It's just me sticking a piece of pecan in there. Moving on to the next one. And I don't remember what I was talking about before that. Oh, why I do this. Yeah, I didn't feel like paying the price for a popcorn mold. Not brave enough to experiment with soap dough yet, though I really am trying to like hype myself up to it. Been watching a bunch of like polymer clay molding videos and just clay molding videos and like, look, you can do this. Even though I feel like I am not artsy in that sense at all. And I'm also really afraid of messing up my soap dough base. But I'm like, I'm working on it. I'm working on hyping myself up to making that. Because then just lots of possibilities. I can make any embed I want, right? So right now, I'm limited to what molds I can find. And I was struggling with the fact that nobody has like a popcorn mold that wasn't a stupid price. I really wanted this popcorn mold, so I was like, so I started researching on YouTube, like what can I do? And stumbled across making your own silicone molds because I had seen like the pourable stuff and I looked into that. That probably would have been a better option for the popcorn because it probably would have shaped around it a little better. But again, price. I was looking to do this really cheap. I didn't want to pay for some of those. And I like have to get the containers for them, to properly mold it, and all this stuff. I was just looking for something really quick, easy, generally cheap. And I stumbled across this, watched a couple YouTube videos and said, heck, let's do it. I can spend like a couple bucks on this thing, try it. If it doesn't work, so what? I'm, you know, not back any further than I was before, really. Besides maybe $3, which that's just not getting coffee for a couple days. So I decided to try it. And it went well enough that I'm trying it again. And yeah, so anyways, pretty sure I'm just gonna like let you guys move forward. I'll be here for a while. Anyways, I'm about to mold my second one, and I don't think I'm even gonna time lapse you through all this. It'd be even a long time lapse and really boring. So, pecans, gonna do some cookie crisp, sacrificing my cereal for this. This is my cereal, the kids aren't allowed to have this. Anyways, I'm gonna just probably bring you back once I am done with all of these and kind of give you a quick glance over all of them, show what they look like, And then I will bring you back when I go to unmold all the pieces and show off the finals. So here are all the finished molds. I did another one of pecans. We get the bananas, strawberry halves, mini marshmallows, raspberries, and I got some, found out I had some cherries. So, you'll notice these are like really white, and it's supposed to be clear. I found a new way of doing it that sped up the process a little, but it incorporated a lot of air bubbles, and I think that contributed to it turning more white than these. Also, the fruit was rather difficult. I kind of expected it to be, which is why I froze it, thinking it would maybe lessen my difficulties, but it just added different difficulties. So I think it didn't matter if they were fresh or frozen, they were going to be difficult. Fresh fruit is just that way. So anyways, I'm gonna let these sit for quite a while and get nice and set up and hard and ready to go, and then we'll remove them. Okay, so excuse the lighting. It is like 5 in the morning because my youngest daughter decided we didn't need to sleep. And I lied. I did not bring you back for the unmolding because I ran into some issues with the fruit, which I'm not super surprised about. So all that extra moisture from the fruit was causing some drying issues, and I ended up with holes on like the bottom of all of them, which meant I had to create like a little putty and fill them in. But they seem to fill in just fine. I still need to clean this raspberry one out. All that color will come out. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure how well the raspberries work. I'll have to test it out and see if I like it. That's good. She's eating a donut right now, like a mini one. I'll test it and see how it worked and if I need to do it again. But that's the raspberry. That was the strawberry halves. Worked out really well. Also, I wasn't in, like, I was planning to show you guys the unmolding, and then I touched like the banana and strawberry molds and they just slipped right out. I was like, oh, okay. There's the chocolate, little mini chocolate chip cookies. It's one of my pecans. There's another one. I ended up doing another one so that I had 4 at least. Banana slices. What else did I do? What was this? Oh, my cherries. I didn't have them on my original list. So yeah, you can see I had to fill, and don't mind my fingernails. I was in the garden last night. I had to fill in spots on most of them. Do you want to talk about the biggest pain in the butt though? Was getting these mini marshmallows out. They were awful. Did not want to come out at all. And then I got my, so I run to the store last night. I get my cinnamon sticks, only to discover I don't have enough silicone left. So I made one cinnamon stick. Saved my cinnamon stick I used so that I can probably get more silicone, make more. But I have one cinnamon stick for now. But anyways, so, you know, it was still a slightly disastrous attempt, but you know what? I've got some molds. Now I just gotta test them out and see how they go. The other ones I've used have worked really well, actually. But like I said, the fruit is tricky. It really, really is for this method. The pourable stuff is probably better with fruit, but that's what I got. So yeah, that was my, oh, I need to clean this one. Yeah, like all the fruit residue and stuff, like I'm gonna wash them in the sink some, but it'll also come out. I'll do a test pour on all of them, pull some of that out. But anyways, that's my silicone mold making. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to the channel so you can see any future soap making endeavors. And until next time,